sweetheart. What can I get you?
I'd like to order a triple shot of Irish and get absolutely smashed. But that's not becoming to a nursing mother. I'll have a glass of milk. A big one.
You got it. Hey, sweetheart, this ought to do you.
Thanks.
You got a mustache.
A milk bucket? Used to say that when we were little. I guess I'll say it to Ryan someday. Her father won't, that's for sure.
You ready to give up on him, darling?
I don't have much choice, do I?
I know it's hard. Maybe it's for the best. Huh? Thinking how often I've seen that sad look on your beautiful young face. Ever since you met him. More since you married him. All the time you were carrying his baby. And what's he ever given you but a string of broken promises, huh?
No, Doc, that's where you're wrong. There was a lot of good stuff, too. Jack hasn't broken any promises to me, up till now. He told me how he felt about the baby. He was completely straight about that. I set myself up to be hurt by having unrealistic expectations.
Well, it seems to me I had a right to expect some interest, huh?
No.
No?
But I did expect him to keep on loving me. That he did promise. He said he'd love me and trust me and stay with me. Once he'd made the commitment to marriage. I did expect that.
I wish I had him here right now. I'd wring his no-good neck for him.
Doc, don't, please.
Sorry. Just wish there was something, anything in the world I could do to make you stop torturing yourself over that man.
I love him. And he did go to see the baby. That's something, anyway.
You had to do it, didn't you, huh?
Giovanni.
Yeah, you went straight to Mary. You told her everything, right?
Hey, Ben, to see the kid. Everything's just hunky-dory. Don't worry about a thing, sweetheart. Jumbo,
You have any idea what you've done, huh?
I couldn't stand seeing Mary hurt. You love her? When are you gonna wise up?
When are you gonna get smart and mind your own business? You know what I gotta do now? I gotta hurt Mary plenty, and all I want you to know is you're responsible.
Come in. Hi. Hi. Can I come and hide in here for 5 minutes?
Sure, who from?
Anybody, everybody. I have 10 minutes to myself. And if I take them in the staff lounge, somebody is going to want something, and I have got to have 5 minutes peace and quiet.
You can have all the peace and quiet that I have to offer. I will pretend that you're not even here.
Oh, no need, no need. Actually, there's another reason I wanted to see you.
Which is?
I saw Frank this morning.
Oh, I see.
He told me that...
Oh, no, let me guess. He told you that he found Seneca and I at midnight, me in a compromising manner of dress or undress, and that I have been lying and cheating all along, and we've been lovers for months.
He didn't say any of that. Only that he found you together, and it was clear your relationship had turned into more than friendship.
Well, that's true. It certainly has changed through the months. Faith, Seneca has been a good and supportive friend. And he's made it very clear that he hopes for more, but he's never pushed. He's been there through all the agonies with Frank, gentle and kind.
And he is so fine with Edmund. Oh, I don't know. I suppose it's a kind of love that I didn't even know was happening. Certainly isn't what I had with Frank, but it is worth having.
Do you think there's a future in it? Marriage, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
No. I do not want another emotional involvement like I had with Frank. I want a family unit for Edmund, and I want Seneca in my life, but I just don't feel like I could make that kind of commitment again, the kind that I had with Frank. I know I certainly couldn't let myself in for that kind of hurt again.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But at least I don't have to see Frank every day of my life.
I do see Pat almost every day. I can deal with that. I don't know, somehow I've managed to turn off wanting him, at least consciously. But it's left this huge blank space in me. No pain, just a vast numbness.
Well, I think that's a hurt that you're gonna have to go through. And at time, it'll just go away. Or so they tell me.
Oh, I don't know. What does hurt is seeing my worst expectations being played out. Oh, she comes in here.
Delia.
Yes. It's as if she has an IV running from him to her, and she is sucking out every ounce of strength that he has. Oh, Patty, you've got to help me. Patty.
Well, I'll tell you, you always said that he was in there for some kind of satisfaction. An emotional investment in return.
I just wonder if it's worth losing everything because of her.
That bad?
It is awful.
What's awful?
The cruel and inhuman treatment given to residents at Riverside Hospital, Doctor. I gotta go. See ya. Bye-bye.
Is she kidding?
Half.
Yeah, well, I can't blame her. And I really shouldn't gloat about the fact that as head of a department, I get an hour for lunch. But I have got a terrific idea for the two of us.
I don't understand you, Giovanni. I'm ashamed of you.
All right, I had enough of that, Jumbo. You got no business trying to run my life.
You used to take my advice.
I'm not a kid anymore.
Well, stop acting like a kid.
You stop acting like the Johnny Ryan at Brooklyn docks. You had no business meddling like that. Just when I was starting to cool things down, now I'm gonna have to do something to hurt both Mary and me.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something to convince her that there's no hope left.
Why do you need to go on acting crazy?
Because Mary asked for it? Because you set her up? Tell me how to stop loving you. That's what she said to me. Well, I can't tell her how, Jumbo. I'm gonna have to show her how.
Don't you think I'd stop loving Jack now if I could? Don't you think I want to?
Well, darling, if you want to, then do it. I mean, I've never known you not to be able to do something you wanted to do.
Yeah? How about my marriage?
Well, you gotta stop blaming yourself. I mean, that's crazy. Finelli never raised a finger to try and make it work.
That's not true, Doc. Jack did a lot of adjusting. He'd been used to a completely different lifestyle.
Yeah, some life. He's practically a hermit.
You see? That's what none of us could understand. There's a part of Jack that always was and always will be a loner. He kept telling me he needed his privacy, but did I respect that? No.
You told me that what he really wanted was a family.
Part of him did, and he was slowly coming out of his shell, but it wasn't fast enough for me. So before I could realize what I was doing, I just pushed and pushed until he couldn't stand it. He never believed my pregnancy was an accident. He thought it was part of the campaign.
Well, that's just ridiculous. I mean, so suppose you did get pregnant before you intended to. You can't be sorry you've got that beautiful child up there.
I'm sorry she doesn't have a father. Oh, Doc, you know me, I hate to make mistakes, especially ones this size. And I handled the whole marriage wrong, right from the start.
Well, I still don't see that it's your fault.
Oh, you're so loyal sometimes, it's funny. The fact is, Jack did love me in his way. And I couldn't accept it the way it was. People have a right to be what they are. Oh, I was so stupid. Why did I try to change him when I fell in love with him the way he is?
So happens I never saw what you saw in the man. Never deserved you.
Da, I could enumerate Jack's good qualities. some of which are the same as yours. But that's not the reason I love him. Loving isn't about reasons or deserving it. Did you think when you married Mother, I love her because she is XYZ? Or I'll marry her because she deserves me?
I could have made a very long list of her fine qualities. As for deserving, I only hoped I deserved her.
Can you say why you loved her? Why you married her?
Of course, I think I married her. I married her because she was absolutely enchanting. And she still is. And I loved her more than I could talk about. And by some miracle, she loved me.
It was the same for Jack and me.
Well, if that's the way it is, I'm truly sorry it's turned out this way.
Yeah?
Well, look, sweetheart, there's going to be a christening for the baby pretty soon. Maybe Jack will show up for that, huh? I mean, he did come to the hospital. He saw the baby, right? He did come to take you home. Maybe he couldn't follow through on it. Maybe this is one time he won't disappoint you.
Now you are getting unrealistic.
Now, sweetheart, he was brought up by the nuns, right? Now, a baptism is something he can't turn his back on.
Oh, I'm not going to let myself in for that again. We'll have the baptism. We'll have the christening party. And it will be the joyous time it should be. I won't spend it waiting and hoping for Jack to show up.
Well, look who's here. Tom Desmond, voice of Riverside Hospital. Sit yourself down there and try and get my daughter out of this gloom she's in.
I'd be delighted. How are you?
Like the man said, gloomy, but holding my own.
Good. Have a pretzel. Keep your strength up.
I'm plenty strong, and I have 5 pounds to lose.
Now, listen here. Don't you lose it by skipping lunch. Look, I got a couple errands to run. Tom, what I want you to do is see that this child gets a proper balanced meal. And have one yourself, will you?
Okay.
On the house.
Thanks. Do you want to eat lunch and tell me about it?
Hey, Bobby.
Or eat lunch and talk about something else?
I got about an hour. I got a couple of things.
Something else. Anything.
Cabbages and kings. That's what I'd like. Some of Maeve's good corned beef.
So, aren't you going to tell me what is this wonderful idea?
Oh, not yet. Let me work up to it.
Uh-huh, I feel vaguely apprehensive.
Oh, no. No, I just wanted to say that last night was marvelous.
Ah.
And not just for me, but I think without meaning to, you may have taken a big step forward.
Is that so?
I know how upset you were about Frank showing up, finding us together. But I think in the long run, it's very much for the best.
For the best?
Yes. I know how much you're hurting, and I sympathize. But it's final. And in time, that pain will go away.
I see. Is that a personal guarantee?
Eventually. Oh, but look, that's all negative. On the positive side, I hope we can build on last night, Jillian.
Ah, Seneca, I think I made that point very clear. No expectations.
Okay. Fine. But you do agree that last night was a landmark.
Well, a turning point of sorts, I suppose.
I'll take it. We can go forward from there, huh? Now, as far as lunch is concerned, I just looked out the window. I saw Miriam in the park with the baby.
Ah.
Now, that means that you have no responsibilities at the moment. No, I thought to myself, how about coming up to my apartment, having a little snick-snack sent up, huh? And spending some loving time together.
Ah, a little mid-afternoon treat, as it were?
Well, if you want to put it that way, why not? You're not busy, are you?
Oh, I'm not, am I?
No, you certainly don't look busy to me. As a matter of fact, I have already ordered up lunch. I took the liberty.
Yeah, you certainly did.
You're mad.
Seneca, when are you going to get the message? You will not take presumptions about my time nor my inclinations. I mean, what do you think I am anyway? Your personal wind-up doll?
Jillian, look, no, I'm sorry, but I certainly didn't mean to take you for granted.
Oh, come on. That is utter nonsense. You certainly did because it's second nature to you. And I'll tell you something, I won't have it. You do not own me. And if you have any idea of our relationship progressing to that point, forget it.
Hey, okay. I'm sorry. I mean, I thought... Well, what was last night about?
Last night was about loving and caring. Something happening spontaneously between two consenting adults.
And the magic that was there last night isn't there right now, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Got it. Okay, well, listen, if you change your mind...
Ha! Oh, enjoy your lunch. Both of them.
I'm getting so I can tell her cries apart. It's really fascinating.
You're learning to understand her language.
Exactly, and that's just what it is. She has her I'm a little wet and uncomfortable cry, which is sort of a fussy whimper. And then there's her desperate, I'm hungry, and if you don't feed me this instant, I'll expire.
End of the world.
Not quite. End of the world is total rage. She also turns red with that one. It's usually along the lines of, I'm lying on my bear and it hurts.
You sound like a very good mother.
All seems very natural to me. I don't see why being a father should be so hard.
Well, I suppose it's the idea of all that responsibility. I understand there's going to be a christening.
Yes, my sister Kathleen's coming up from Pittsburgh. It'll be a terrific time.
With Ryan in an infant seat on top of the bar.
Where else? Will you come, Tom? It should be one of our better parties.
Yeah, I'd love to, thanks. It's a bit like being home again watching the Ryans gather around.
Well, we're all going to be here, except my sister Siobhan. She's in Oregon.
That's a bit of a commute.
Siobhan would get here if she could. We Ryans take our celebrations very seriously.
Giovanni, you got company.
Oh, there, Jack. Jumbo, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Great. I tried you at your house. You weren't there, Jack, so I thought I'd try here.
I don't know what you want, Johnny, but this is my territory.
Mr. Ryan's welcome here anytime. Sit down, have some espresso.
Thanks, Jumbo. I'd love it. Now, Jack, I just want to have a few words with you.
Smartest word you ever said, Johnny, is when you suggested annulment. Now, I'm following through on your suggestion. What more do you want?
Oh, Jack, come on now. Jack, when I said annulment, that's what I wanted. It wasn't what Mary wanted. That's why I'm here. Now, look, I'm sorry. Not for most of the things I said about you. Now, I'd be a liar if I took them back. But I'm sorry for coming up with the notion of ending your marriage, because the simple fact is that Mary loves you. She tells me she doesn't know how to stop. And I can't stand looking at her unhappy face another day without trying to do something about it.
You've done plenty already, Johnny.
Listen to me, Jack. For anything I've done to cause trouble between you and Mary, you've got to believe me when I say I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, too, believe it or not. I'm sorry I'm not the guy that Mary needs, but I'm sure that there's plenty of suitable applicants for the job.
Well, I am too, but damn it, man, you're the man she wants. I don't know why, but you are. I mean, the fact is that she loves you. And she's that miserable without you that I can't stand being in the same house with her another day. Now, Jack, can you sit there and tell me you don't love her? Now, be honest with me.
No. No, I can't. But that's not...
But nothing, man. That's nothing to keep you from getting together again but your own pride. Now, I'll tell you what I have in mind.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
You're welcome.
Now, look, Jack. The baby's christening is coming up real soon.
Baby Ryan.
Yeah. Now, the way I see it, it's a great chance for you and Mary to get together. You can see her, see the baby, talk to each other. Maybe you can get together again, Jack. Huh? Be there, will you? Be there with us. I promise I won't get in your hair. I mean, it's a happy occasion, a chance for you and Mary and the baby to get together under ideal circumstances. And when it's over, Jack, maybe you'll all feel like going back down to Weehawken Street.
Yeah. Maybe it is a chance.
It's a great idea. Mary would love that.
It'll be a party, I suppose, huh? It works?
Well, it's a family occasion, Jack. I mean, I know it's not your cup of tea exactly, but for Mary, you know.
For Mary. It's a possibility.
Now, I'm not going to tell her you're coming. That way...
That way, if I don't show up, she won't be disappointed.
What I was going to say, Jack, was that way it'll be a surprise. A terrific surprise, huh?
That's right.
Okay, Johnny. When's it gonna be?
Week from Friday.
You're getting smart, Giovanni.
Hey, you're not gonna spill the beans, are you, Jumbo? I want this to be a surprise for Mary.
You can count on me. A surprise it'll be.
Ryan Lavery survived a gunshot to the head but lost his memory. Now he's in danger of losing the one woman who loves him. Don't miss today's new episode of All My Children, tonight at 8 on SoapNet.